What's up everybody? In today's video I am going to show you how you can get booked as a house sitter and how you can get a 5-star profile so you can travel the world for free. My name is Salua and I have been a full-time digital nomad for the last 3 years. I've been traveling the world full-time. I've done over 25 countries in the last 3 years and I've done over 31 house sits in 11 different countries, and most of all, my profile is a 5-star all the way through. Honestly, I didn't know it was possible. All my reviews have been 5 stars and I'm just really happy about this, and I wanted to share with you how I actually done it. So if it's your first time here, please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy content about digital nomad lifestyle and digital entrepreneurship, because yes, the fact that I house sit all over the world allows me to work from home and from anywhere while I can still build an income while I'm paying no rent. So sometimes I wonder why not everybody's doing this. It's like super amazing. So I have my profile right here on my laptop and I'm going to show you exactly how I book house sits, and I'll share with you my experience and how you can also get a pristine profile so you can get booked on other sits. As you can see here, all my reviews are 5 stars, 5 star, 5 stars, and keep going, and I have over 5 pages of that. So if you have never used Trusted House Sitters, I've made a whole other video you can find right here where I actually share an overview of the platform and how you can use it. So make sure you watch that first, and then you can dive in this video where I'm going to show you the next step. All right, so the first thing you want to do is to go on the app and you're going to click on find a house sit. They give you a lot of options between going to major cities or the beach or even in the countryside, so you can choose wherever you want to go. The way I do it is wherever I am, I pick the closest destination, and often based on a destination I do want to visit. So for example, right now I'm in Houston, Texas, and my next sit, I'm going to Mexico, and I picked Mexico because Houston, Mexico City have a direct flight. It's really close, but I won't venture too far off because I like small flights, and that allows me to discover a new city at the same time. Okay, so once you're on here, you're gonna go to where would you like to go, and then you will pick your destination. So let's say, for example, I'm in Texas, so I'm gonna keep Texas. So I'm gonna put Texas, US states. And here we have 146 house sits available right now. But because I know my dates and I'm booked till July 24th, and right now we're in April, so we're really early, but I still always book my sits months ahead of time. So don't wait last minute. This is terrible to do because you might not find anything. However, sometimes the platforms have last minute sits, and that may work out well for you as well. So I go here and then I will type my dates. So I'm free after July 24th. And honestly, you can be a little flexible. So sometimes I put even a couple of days prior because the owners of the house might be flexible where they date. Don't just put the exact date, just be a little bit flexible and see what could come up. So I put July 20th here until, I know I have to be in Mexico on the 24th. So I'm just gonna put the 25th. And let's check, and now I only have 10 house sits available. But again, we're in April, we are months ahead of time, and I'm sure if I look again, maybe a month or two prior, like June, I'm sure I can find a lot more house sits available. So now, the next thing I'm looking at is how many pets and also the dates. So I see 2 cats here in Austin from August 1st to August 16th. I actually put a heart on it already. I think this is actually a good fit, and I would apply for this. It's very important for you to really read the whole profile, because sometimes they write that they only pick a couple, or they have certain tasks that they're asking you to do that you might not want to do. So make sure to really read the profile through, and then if you feel like you are a good fit, then you contact them and you apply for the house sit. So 2 cute little cats here. I'm looking at the house as well. And by the way, look at the house as well. It's not because you are house sitting in someone's home that you don't have any principles. So for example, some homes are not always interesting. They might be messy, they might be very small, they might be damaged. So you have the right to pick a comfortable living situation for you as well. So I'm looking at the house. Yes, it's cute. So I might just apply for that because the dates work perfectly. Then, so I would read it. And then the next thing that I look, and it's very important, is transportation. So in here I see the use of cars included, so that's great, because I wouldn't recommend to do a house sit somewhere where they said sitters need a car and I don't have a car, so I wouldn't do that. So my focus is only if the use of car is included, or if it's in a city and there's public transportation. I've made the mistake once. I explained that on my other video. Okay, so I'm satisfied with what I'm reading, and I like the fact that the car is included. So this is, for me, works great. So the next thing you want to do is to apply, and then you got to write something. I don't know if people just apply without writing anything. This is terrible. I really take my time to write a message to them, and in my message I mention the person's name. So in here I will write her name, and I will also put the name of the pets that I'm going to be taking care of. I'm going to share a little bit about myself, and then I will tell them about my profile and my experience. And I will say in the end that if they desire more information, I will be happy to get on a call with them. So if you want to see my whole templates on how I do this, I'm going to leave it below, the exact process on how I get booked and how I do get my 5-star reviews. So once that it's done, I send it, and then I just wait. I give people about 3 days to a week to get back to me. If they don't get back to me, I usually cancel the sit, and the reason it's because I apply to multiple sits at once. And also, if I see that they read my message and they haven't responded to me in a whole week, I feel like they should at least say, hey, thank you, we got your message, and we'll let you know as soon as possible. I think that is important for me that somebody says that, and if they don't, I actually will cancel them. I do this full time, so I have to make sure I am booked constantly. And then when they get back to you, then you want to schedule a video call. So it's very important, because in the video call, not only you want to see the person who's going to potentially book you for the gig, but you also want to see the house and you want to see the pets. If you get a car, make sure that you are added into the insurance, that way you are protected if there's anything that happens. So next, you get the booking, you both agree, you book your flight, etc. I recommend to always get there, if possible, a day earlier, so you can meet the people from the house. And it's also a good thing that the pet sees you with the owner, so they can, you know, create a trust bond. So I like that. Although I've done a lot of house sits with the owner had to leave really early. They left the key somewhere at a neighbor or a lockbox, and then I entered the home, but I always let them know, hey, everything is going all right, and so on. All right, so that's how I book my house sits. So how do I get my 5-star reviews? So first of all, I give daily updates, and I ask them, is daily updates okay for you? And most pet owners really want to have daily updates, photos, videos. They want to see how their pets is going with you. So important to send out updates. Second, you want to make sure the house is obviously staying clean. I actually make sure that the house is even better when they come back. So not only I clean the house really well, and also I offer a few gifts. So I leave either a bottle of wine, a box of chocolate, always leave a hand note. And I've also left a copy of my book. So I wrote a book about immigrant women entrepreneurs, and it's always a pleasure for me to leave a copy for the homeowners, so they get to know me and we can still, you know, have a good relationship even after I left. And by the way, I've went back to a couple of house sits who called me back. Turkey and Germany, I've done 2-3 times the same pet owners, because we really built out a really great relationship. And here is the most important thing you need to do before you leave a house, is to film every room of the house. And this saved me on many occasions, because I did, even though I had amazing experience, I had couple of very bad ones, and I think it just happens to everybody, especially when you do this full-time like I do. So make sure to film every room before you leave, and you send that to the owner. So you said, okay, this is the kitchen. You want to make sure that the kitchen is clean, so you show it to them. Then you show them the living room, the bedroom, every room. Please do not forget, this is very important. I'll give you an example. I had cleaned the house as usual, left all my little gifts. We couldn't meet, so I left for my next house sit. And a couple of days later, the lady who was in the house found the window of the bathroom open, and all the stuff that were on the shelf at the window were on the floor broken. So the first thing she did was accusing me, without asking me, accusing me of leaving the windows open and being really disappointed because all the stuff broke down. And at that point, because it was about a week after, I felt really offended because I knew I didn't leave the window open, but I was starting wondering, it's like, did I leave the window open? I know I didn't do this. I actually apologized and I said, I'm so sorry. I don't remember leaving the window open, but I really apologize. I felt bad because I felt confused. But anyways, then I found the video I sent her, and thank God the window was closed. And she had somebody coming in between her coming back to her home to feed her cats. And so she sent me a huge apology saying, I'm so sorry, I should have asked you first. I assume you were the one that left the window open. And she even went as far as changing your review. She contacted Trusted House Sitters to change the review to a 5-star, and she gave me an apology and we were all good. But the video saved me, and it saved me on many other occasions. So this is one of the most important things I highly recommend you do before you leave a house sit. So at least you have proof, because in the end, it's still some sort of a business arrangement. You want to be protected as well. Okay, that's it for now. I hope those tips helped you get booked on a house sitting platform and get your 5-star reviews. And once again, I have a full template down below. Make sure you download it and get it so that can help you have a life when you can travel the world and not paying rent, enjoying beautiful cities, and taking care of amazing pets. And if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them down below. And let me know your experience as well. Anything you want to share about being a house sitter, I'd love to hear from you as well. Thank you again. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye-bye.